All right, Group A and B, we are on Literature 11. And let's go ahead and open up our literature books, Christopher Columbus, to page 22. And it looks like this. All right, there's a very beautiful picture that we'll look at towards the end. Really fast, what happened in the previous story of literature? Remember what happened? Columbus, what? He found a king and a queen to what? Finally fund his trip. And what happened? They were in war. So did he get the funding that he needed right away? No. Do you remember how much years he had to wait before he was able to go on his trip? 7 years. He had to wait in Spain for 7 years. And what happened? It said his money began to what? Dwindle. His money, he had no money left. He had a son and he had to plan a trip to India and China, but he had no money. So he took refuge, a haven, in with the monks, and they welcomed them with open arms. And then remember, the monks were friends with a priest, and the priest told the monks, go get your friend Columbus and tell him that the king and queen won the war and they're eager to see him. So they gave Columbus one of their donkeys and they rode off to see the king and queen. And really fast, when he was waiting for 7 years, did he just sit there and go, I have monks, cleaning up this place. They're giving me food. They're giving me a place to sleep. They're taking care of my son. I think I'm just gonna sit here and do nothing and relax. No, he spent those years what? He spent those years studying hard. Okay, I need to go this way, and that means I need to leave at this time so that way the wind can push me that way. He had to plan, I need to bring this much food and I need to do all of this. He was what? He was very studious with his time and very diligent, making sure he had everything according to plan. All right, so let's go ahead and read from the top. Get your pointer finger ready. We're gonna start Columbus found. Ready? Columbus found King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella in high good spirits in the royal camp outside the fallen citadel. The heathens had been driven out of Spain, and in their joy, the king and queen said yes to all of Columbus's demands. Because remember, it said Columbus wanted a lot of things for going on this trip. If he succeeded, that's what's going to happen if he accomplishes what he wants to accomplish. They would make him admiral of the ocean sea and victor of all the lands he might claim for Spain, and grant him a share of all the riches he might find. So that means if he finds a new land, he's gonna give the land to Spain, but he's gonna what? He's gonna be the one known for finding that land. And if he finds treasure, is he gonna give it all to the king and queen? No, he's gonna get a little bit of the treasure to keep for himself. All right? She was so eager to have him go, she would have sold her jewels, if need had been, to get money for the ships for him. But now there was enough money in the royal treasury, because remember it showed the picture with what? The treasure box, and it was open, and it was half empty. There was just a little bit of coins because they were in the middle of a war. But now that the war's over, what? They have plenty of money. She gave him 3 ships, food, and supplies for many months at the sea. Wow, she's what? Remember it said she was a very wise queen. And so she knew, wow, he's gonna take a long trip. He needs a lot of things, and she's providing everything for him. Exactly what Columbus needed. The queen pointed a large reward for the sailor who first sighted land. So she's like, on top of giving you guys 3 ships, on top of giving you guys food and supplies, clothing and medicine, on top of all of that, she said, let's make this fun. When you guys are on the sea, the first man who can spot the land will be given a large reward. So maybe it was money, maybe it was jewels, maybe it was land. When he comes back home, he would be given a prize for spotting the land from the boat first. That sounds like fun. And the king gave Columbus a letter of greeting to his royal brother, the Emperor of China. So the king, if you look right here in the picture, he's holding a paper. And on the paper is if Columbus does make it to China, the king in China, they call him an emperor. All right. So the king said, "Give this to my royal brother, the emperor of China." So that way, he's gonna pass on a message to the king of China saying, "Oh, hello, I am a king of Spain and you're the king of China." All right. Close by La Rabida Cloister lay the little port of Palos. There Columbus fitted out his ships and gathered his crew. It was difficult, for who sailed lightheartedly into the unknown? So what? Now that Columbus was getting all the supplies he needed and all the ships and all the food and all the medicine, he had to find a crew. But it was hard because it said what? It said, who would sail lightheartedly into the unknown? That means this could be a very dangerous trip because they're going to a place that they've never been to before. Imagine going on a boat and saying, "Goodbye, Mom, goodbye, Dad. I'm gonna go on a trip and hopefully I get somewhere." Because remember, some people were scared. They're like, what if you sail so far you fall off the earth? Or what if you sail and you keep sailing and the earth or the land is too far away and you never make it and you're stuck on a boat forever until you die? People were very scared, so it was hard to find sailors who would be adventurous with him and take this journey. All right. But with much persuasion and great promises of treasure, Columbus found enough tough and adventurous sailors to man his 3 ships. So he was finally able to find crew, because remember, did he have just one ship to take care of? No, he was taking 3 ships with him. And these were their names. It says, La Nina was the smallest, only 50 feet long, which is still pretty big, but I guess it was a small ship for taking a big journey. La Pinta was the fastest, and La Santa Maria was the largest, almost 80 feet long overall. Columbus would sail on her. So which ship would Columbus be on? La Nina, La Pinta, or La Santa Maria? He's gonna be on La Santa Maria, which is the biggest ship. And which one's the smallest one? La Nina. And what's Nina mean? Girl. So it's like little girl. So the La Nina was the smallest. The fastest was La Pinta, and La Santa Maria was the ship that Columbus was gonna be on. So if we look at this picture right here, we see the king with his leather for who? The Emperor of China. We see the queen right here. It looks like she's holding something in her hand. I can't tell. It looks like 3 little seeds or something. I don't know. All right, but she's holding something, and he's kneeling to her. So she's probably like, you're gonna get what you need for your trip. And if you look, there's stuff all over the floor. What happened before he was able to get his funding for the trip? There was what going on? There was a war, all right? And that's why you can see these people running, and the people over here on the horses are chasing them out because they won the war. And if you look over here, I had mentioned that Columbus was with the monks, and he was traveling to the fallen citadel. So the citadel was fallen, means it was deteriorating, it was breaking because of the war. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and stop here for today, and we're gonna work on our page together. It says, Columbus had an important character quality needed to accomplish something great. What was it? So remember, what was it? He had to wait how many years before he can go on his trip? 7 years. I put 2 fingers up. 7 years. All right. And on top of the 7 years, what did he need? He needed to go and he needed to find men to go on his trip. And did people want to go? No, people were scared. They were terrified. They didn't want to go with him. But he had to keep searching for men. And on top of searching for men, what else did he do? He had to plan out his trip, and he had to make sure everything fit in to his plan, that everything would be fine. All right, there was a lot that he had to do, and he was what? He was motivated and he was determined. What qualities did he need to accomplish something great? It was determination. So we're gonna write determination on the line. And then down here it says, how many ships did he take? Do you remember? La Niña, La Pinta, La Santa Maria. Say it with me. La Niña, La Pinta, La Santa Maria. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and write this up top. Go ahead and press pause right now if you need to. Excellent job. And a little quick quiz on the side. What does La Niña mean? That's right, La Niña means girl. And then La Pinta, what good quality did La Pinta have? La Niña was the smallest. La Pinta was what? The fastest. And La Santa Maria was the what? The biggest. And which one did Columbus sail on? That's right, La Santa Maria. All right, and if we turn the page, I have a picture here. It just shows 2 boats here, but there was, the other page had 3, but I just gave you this one. You guys don't have to color it, but this is actually the ship that Columbus rode on. You can actually see a little 2 little people here. I would think that one's Columbus right there if you look very closely in your picture. All right, and you can tell that this is Columbus's ship because if you look over here at La Santa Maria, it has what on it? It has a cross on it. And if you look at this one over here, this one has crosses on it, this one doesn't, and this one does. So this is La Santa Maria. And if you remember from last week, we did what? We colored in the crest. And remember, the families would have a crest. The king would have a family crest. And it would be what? It would be symbols that represent him or his last name or his family name. And if you look up here, it has symbols on it of a lion, maybe towers. This was probably part of the king's crest that he had flying over his ship, so people knew whose ships these belonged to, which were the King of Spain's. All right, so that is it for today in literature. I hope you enjoy. I will see you guys in the next literature video. Great job.